At first glance, petrol and diesel engines look almost identical. Both have pistons moving up and down inside cylinders, both burn fuel to create controlled explosions, and both convert that energy into motion that turns the wheels. But the key difference lies in how the fuel ignites. A petrol engine uses something called spark ignition. Inside the cylinder, the engine mixes air and petrol together. A component called a spark plug then produces a small electric spark. That spark ignites the mixture, creating a tiny explosion that pushes the piston downward. This process happens thousands of times every minute, producing the power that moves the vehicle. Diesel engines work differently. Instead of using spark plugs, they rely on compression ignition. In a diesel engine, the piston compresses air inside the cylinder much more tightly than in a petrol engine. That compression raises the temperature of the air dramatically. Then diesel fuel is injected directly into that extremely hot air. Because the air is already so hot, the fuel ignites instantly without needing a spark. This difference, spark ignition versus compression ignition, completely changes how these engines behave. Let's start with performance. Petrol engines are known for being quick and responsive. They can spin at very high speeds, often reaching 6,000 to 7,000 revolutions per minute, and sometimes even higher in performance cars. Because they can rev higher, petrol engines tend to deliver faster acceleration and a more energetic driving feel. Press the accelerator in a petrol car, and the engine usually responds immediately. This is one reason sports cars almost always use petrol engines. Diesel engines behave differently. They usually run at lower engine speeds, but they produce significantly more torque. Torque is the force that actually pushes the vehicle forward. Diesel engines generate a lot of torque at low engine speeds, which makes them excellent at pulling heavy loads. That's why trucks, buses, and large SUVs often rely on diesel engines. They may not rev as high as petrol engines, but they provide strong and steady pulling power. Next, let's talk about fuel economy. Diesel engines are generally more fuel efficient than petrol engines. There are two main reasons for this. First, diesel fuel contains more energy per liter than petrol. Second, diesel engines operate at higher compression ratios, allowing them to extract more usable energy from the fuel. Because of this, diesel vehicles often achieve 20 to 30% better fuel economy compared to similar petrol vehicles.